Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon, and with me always is Terrence, aka T-Money.
If you smell what a lion is cooking.
And we are doing the Heavens Monsters Podcast AEW All Elite Wrestling Edition on October 23rd review. Let's go. So, changing things up because it's a different brand of wrestling and gaining ratings higher than NXT and almost to Raw's. Did they surpass Raw yet? Raw's ratings?
You mean they're
AEW's ratings.
Oh, they're in competition with NXT. They did beat NXT though.
Several weeks in a row, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
For the fourth time.
We start the show with Private Party versus the Lucha Brothers in a tournament qualifying match. Ultimately, in this match, the Lucha Brothers show why they're the greatest in the universe, winning the match with their signature small package pile driver and a stomp on the behind to put the nail in the coffin, winning the match.
People did say that they want to be like a big competition. They'd be on Mondays too.
Mm-hmm.
On Monday and Wednesday.
Moving on to the tournament, on the other block, we would have CSCU.
SCU.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said CSCU.
Sorry, I said it wrong at first. And then I had to catch myself and say SCU versus the Dark Order. The Dark Order is weird. You got this big fat guy and he's got a bunch of creepers. That's what they're called. A whole bunch of masked minions forming a human chair for this big guy.
He is the master.
He's bigger than you.
He is the master. He's like I think he'll kind of remind me of Skeletor.
Big fat one.
Yeah.
In which case, thanks to the teamwork of SCU, I believe, they got the win off of the Dark Order. So now it'll be the Lucha Brothers versus SCU for the #1 title picture. And ultimately, if I'm correct, to become the first ever All Elite Wrestling AEW Tag Team Champions. Because there haven't been one crowned yet.
Still in that tournament.
Mm-hmm. How you pronounce this? Joey
Janela.
Yeah, I've never heard that name. Janela. Versus Kenny Omega. Oh, one other thing that I gotta mention. What the hell is wrong with TNT and All Elite Wrestling? Why are they putting commercials right in the middle of the show? That one too many. I was trying to watch the show and hear them talking. Well, I can't hear jack shit because of the fact that they got commercial. I'm seeing them talking. Yep. How am I supposed to hear with trash talking if I see a commercial? Well, I hear the commercial. Come on. In which case,
like I said, they do something different than WWE's doing.
And then I hate it. And didn't good old JR, Jerry Ross, not Jerry King, Jim Ross actually say that it was a terrible idea when WWE did it?
Yeah.
They just did it worse. Mm-hmm. In which case, one thing that popped up during the show before they did that was during the SCU and the Dark Order in their match, 4 members, excluding Jack Swagger, or his new alias,
Jake Hager,
was not with them, but we would have Santano, Ortiz, and Sammy? Sassy? No, not Sassy, it's Sammy. I forgot his name already, and he's from Houston, Texas.
Santana?
No.
But speaking of Jake Hager, the reason why his absence is he's doing MMA at Bellator.
Uh-huh. Try to see if they show up. In which case, they went up to the private seats holding up tickets, all 4 of them, saying they had VIP seatings. And they were just messing around the whole time going, boo, boo.
I know you're talking about. You're talking about the with the wolf looking at.
It's not a wolf, it's a panda.
Well, Panda Hager.
Well, in that match, they were criticizing Kenny Omega the entire time, just booing him. And ultimately, Kenny Omega would get the win for that match. And where'd everything else go? They stopped. Where is it? We're going to have to be right back. We got to look for another website because it stopped. That was Pharaoh. Be right back. On second thought, while he's looking that up, a shout out to our boys Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, and Andre Mitchell. A link to their YouTube pages will be in the descriptions down below, as always. And a remaining shout out to Pharaoh, who just texted in the group text, Renee, Chris Petrie, and Elvin. Be right back. This time for sure. All right, everybody, we got some. So after Kenny Omega's... Okay, what the... Did we focus? There we go. We were blurred for a second there. Wait, whoa. It's foggy. There we go. I don't know what's doing that. That was weird. We would have the American Nightmare, Cody, dressed in his business attire, was being interviewed by Tony
Schiavone.
But instead of getting interviewed, just barely a few words, and all of a sudden we hear these horns. I'm thinking it's just one fan. Nope. It's all 4 members of the Inner Circle. Ortiz, Santana, Chris Jericho, and the other boy blowing the air horns. That being the whole damn time. And then you hear Chris Jericho just pick up the mic and go, boo, boo, shut up, boo. It would then be just a confrontation of who's chicken. And then he points out there's 4 against 1 if he does come up. Then we hear what they call him now?
The Natural.
Dustin Rhodes. His brother comes out. And then his dear friend, what was it? It was MFJ, I think it was. MJF. I had the letters wrong, but the letters right, but the order wrong. MJF coming out to aid his brother, and then the 4th person that would make it 4-on-4 is none other than Diamond Dallas Page. Bam! Go ahead.
The WWE, the WCW and WWE legend. So. And
Mr. Yoga Instructor of Gabriel Iglesias and many others, Fluffy. I just love that mention. I love that. You didn't go on your workout.
The master of the diamond cut.
Mm-hmm. In which case, they would then, all 4 of them, walk up. Chris Jericho is just saying, hey, don't you come here. Don't you come here. Hey. They then take shelter in this little
skybox.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, ha. I'm sorry, I would do this too. I'd be like looking at one of y'all, one of my homeboys, one of you and the other members of the Heaven Monsters podcast members, and I'd be like, tape me up. He taped MJF, took his scarf and wrapped it around Cody's fist and like, hey, what? You see Santana going, hey, what you doing that? She breaks through the glass and they just go wailing in there. And it's a freaking brawl between those. That was weird. I had food. It was a freaking brawl between those 8 men all over the arena in the shopping area with all the food and stuff. And he shoves Cody Rhodes shoves Chris Jericho's face in the little pebble ice cream. Yeah. And one referee is having to hold back Chris Jericho while he's repeatedly saying, I gotta take it. I got a ticket. Guess what? They turned it into a t-shirt. I saw that on Instagram. They turned it into a t-shirt. Just like a little bit of the bubbly. They got, I got a ticket. Of Chris Jericho looking at head with his eyes shut. In which case, now it is actually put on notice because we'll be right back. As I was saying, it would be put on notice that Chris Jericho, as well as the other 3 members of the Inner Circle, all did have tickets. Put on notice that they were paying customers. It would be put that Cody Rhodes, as well as the other 3 people, MJF, Dustin Rhodes, and Diamond Dallas Page, would all be prosecuted for attacking fans. It's going to be debatable because it was instigated by Chris Jericho as well as the Inner Circle, but there's no way of where this is going until it's finalized. So now that this is said, we will still have next week a match between Cody Rhodes and Chris Jericho for the AEW World Title. And I'm looking for that boy's name. Where the fuck is your name, boy? Where is his name? Okay. I guess he's not even in here. What the fuck? Where are you? I'm looking for Santana and Ortiz. At least then I'll see the other name. Nope. It just says the Inner Circle. Okay. So next up, after that incident, would be another match. Action wouldn't slow down anytime soon, as they says. The Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson versus the Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent, with up next. Orange Cassidy accompanied the Best Friends. What? Orange Cassidy. The guy who keeps the shades and always has his hands in his pocket. He made a joke to them and just barely kicked them like this. With his feet, with his hands in his pocket against both of them, and got double chin music. And then the match would actually officially begin. I don't know how this was not considered a disqualification. He threw himself over the top rope against the Young Bucks and still had his hands in his pocket and just got back up like it was nothing. Orange Cassidy. What the hell? Okay. I'm trying to see who won the match. I forgot. Yep. Yep, the Young Bucks won the match. Okay, just making sure. And they actually picked up the mic and told Ortiz and Santana for their match at Full Gear pay-per-view, they said they accept. I guess that might be where Cody Rhodes fights Chris Jericho. Because I think they said next week, or they could have said Full Gear.
Yeah, it's Full Gear. That's when Chris Jericho and Cody Rhodes fight each other.
Jamie Hayter made her AEW debut against Dr. Britt Baker, the DMD, the dentist, basically.
Jamie Hayter.
Baker won the match with her signature lockjaw submission hold for her hometown fans, because that's always in her hometown. They were saying that she practiced being a dentist for 6 years. She has the qualifications to loosen your teeth as well as straighten them out, says good old JR. Jimmy Hayter was being interviewed post.
You said
Jamie Hayter lost her debut match and was being interviewed until Cody's wife, Brandy Rhodes, assaulted her and looked and pointed like this at the announcer and didn't utter a word and just walked off. Like, what the hell was that about? The main event. The main event of that night was none other than the Bastard Puck, formerly known as Neville against formerly known Dean Ambrose, now his real name, Jon Moxley.
Well, it's not his real name. But
It's not his real name?
No.
Oh, is it?
His real name is Jonathan Good.
Yeah. Damn, that's a good name. Why didn't he stick with it? Well, Jon Moxley would be assaulted by Pac from behind, and the match would still continue for a 20-minute time limit. For one fall. But we didn't get it. Sadly to say, I skimmed through the match, and I imagine the fans were just as disappointed as I was. When we would hear the announcer say that 30 seconds left, 20 seconds left, 10, 9, 8, and neither of them put each other away. The match was I guess thrown out because of the time limit. And Jon Moxley is looking at the ref and saying, what the hell? And he goes ahead and just straight up stone cold, but a quick double arm hook DDT that he's been using since WWE, and just go, and he repeatedly says one way, other way, directly at the camera, and says, time limit my ass. He says that 3 times. Time limit my ass. Time limit my ass. Time limit my ass. And that's how the show ended, with him saying that, and Pac is right there. He doesn't attack him. He's he's fed up. So where does this go between Pac and Moxley? Where does this go with the time limit ending like that? I don't know. Do you?
I think Jon Moxley's gonna try to win this one.
And with that said, that was the end of the show. I can't think of anything to cover except that. Yeah, I think that was it. Any final thoughts, my brother?
I think the match between Cody Rhodes and Chris Jericho will be good. Cause I know Chris Jericho will try to put up a good show. I feel like he's always been doing it for the past 20 years in WWE.
And I believe the Lucha Bros are going to be the first ever AEW tag team, because they are my picks. They got the Dragon theme, the Luchador theme, and they're just badass in general. Their fighting styles, brother tag teams, a high-flying powerhouse, tricky. Woo! Too many things. I'll be here talking about it all day.
I'm glad that AEW is using Chris Jericho right, because WWE does not know how to use Chris Jericho right.
Yeah, they're just straight up using him as a heel.
No, not talking about as a world title rise, because like they made him look bad because like they didn't want to put him in the world title picture. Like
and his signature move now is not the code breaker or even the Walls of Jericho. It's the spinning behind elbow shot, which he calls the Judas effect, based on his song that was played for NXT TakeOver and his opening theme in general for both Japan Wrestling and AEW and anywhere else.
Walls Jericho is like
and Full Gear is being put by one of his songs, Fozzy, from his band. So watch him say that. You're welcome.
Like the Walls Jericho is his submission move.
He hasn't won with that move in a while.
Yeah, he hasn't been using it in a while either.
Look forward to seeing it. Until then, any last comments?
I think AEW needs to hire some more wrestlers who was a former WWE wrestler and TNA wrestler.
I'm hoping to see more women's matches. They had that match with all the women, and I saw so many potential big names, and I was like, hey, where they at?
And
I saw Opie. I saw, bam! I want to see her again. I want to see Awesome Kong or Amazing Kong, wherever the fuck she goes. I want to see Jazz in her bald head look now.
AEW is supposed to have a special announcement this week. And plus, they're also talking about another title coming to AEW. AEW television title. And I also heard of a US title. I hope they have more titles coming so they can try to beat WWE.
Just be a good show altogether. Make us love wrestling all over again.
And then we do AEW need to be on Monday too. So y'all gonna be like the next WCW. This guy hasn't been watching has never watched Touch but if he has, he would love it.
I would watch both shows. I'm watching so many wrestling shows. Some I haven't caught up with. I haven't caught up with. Wow, I need to catch up with Women of Wrestling.
Yeah.
And Japan Wrestling. I'm so behind on that. Excuse me. God bless me. In which case, I bid you adieu. You bid them adieu?
Yes, I do.
Okay. That's the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a good night. This is SergDragon T-Money. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit the subscribe button, like the content, and hit that notification bell right there for the next Heaven's Monsters podcast. Peace out.
Bye.
Hey everybody. Fun fact, remember at the end of the video we said that the show got cut off? Well, I was on my cable box and they had a encore special of AEW that was titled Extra Scenes. So I went ahead and watched it, fast forward through a lot of it to see if a lot of the commercials were taken off. Nope. They did the same thing, but the only difference is there was more content after. Where I left off in the Wednesday episode, as I noted, it just killed off into the next program where Jon Moxley, as you see, was saying time limit bullshit. Well, here we go. I'm gonna see what happens after. I also sent this video to my boys, the Heaven Monsters podcast members, so they can see this too if they didn't get to. Even T-Money's already saying, that's true. That's true. We didn't get to see this.
It's a time limit draw. TV time remaining has expired. TV time has expired.
Also, this video is on All Elite Wrestling AEW YouTube official channel. I already subscribed and hit that notification bell, so you should too. I'll leave this in the descriptions down below for y'all to check out without me talking.
Is a draw. Minutes of intensity. They couldn't settle it. I understand Moxie's frustration.
Just went stone cold on there.
Moxley has snapped. What the hell is John Moxley?
Yeah, this is where I left off at. Right here. See, right there, they didn't show this. They showed this in the extra special, and I'll tell you when it got caught off on my DVR. They didn't record everything. This thing was so long.
The match was a draw, time limit draw. TV time expired. Both men are pissed. They've had a hell of a match, all kinds of physicality. Their bodies are bruised. There's obvious markings and bruises on their body. Referees have been attacked here,
for those weapons.
and this is completely out of control. Yeah, Pac looking for some plunder underneath the ring. He got some plunder, all right. Introducing a steel chair. That's what put Moxley in such dire straits from the outset. Steel chair to the back. Oh, no. No. Somebody needs to stop this now. Hey. Where are the referees? Somebody needs to stop this now. Security. Somebody needs to stop this damn thing from happening now. Hey, wait. There's Kenny Omega.
So that's why he was in the thumbnail.
Omega and Moxley, who are going to fight.
Yeah, I saw this part.
They're going to fight at full gear.
That's right.
What? I'm confused. Well, I'm confused too, but Omega did the right thing. But now, Omega has a battered and broken Jon Moxley at his mercy. Well, he's returning a favor. We can go back and think about it.
Oh, hold on.
Moxley's returning the favor.
I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
He's going to say, your debt is full. I've fulfilled everything I need to do for you, Moxley. Omega tossing that chair away.
I don't want to beat damaged goods.
Once you're on your feet, man to man, right?
Yeah.
That's the type of competitor Kenny Omega is. He wants Moxley at his best. And these Titans...
There's the bastard Pac trying to intervene again. And boom!
That guy was saying how
Omega and Moxley, having none of it, turn to face each other again.
And now free of distractions, these two Titans squaring off.
Man, something's got to give here.
Look, it's Hangman Adam Page.
Adam Page stalking the bastard Pac.
The business between Page and Pac obviously unfinished. Listen to this crowd.
A lot of movable parts here, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you that. But nothing more volatile than Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega.
Well, I think Pac did the smart thing here. Making a hasty retreat. And Moxley and Omega seem to have...
Well, Omega sees it, does the math. Kenny and...
Back where you going, huh? You going to give me a beer? Hey, Pac, you are a big man when you've got a chair in your hands, huh? You're a big man when somebody's back is turned, but you don't look so damn big now.
looks like hell.
You didn't look so big in D.C. when you had to kick me in the balls to beat me. And you didn't look so big last week when I pinned your ass.
Gotcha.
So it seems like to me, I need a rematch. But I ain't asking. I'm telling you. November 9th in Full Gear. The Bastard versus the Hangman. And I will buckshot your damn head off.
On Saturday, November 9th, Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega the Myth seems to think I'm some kind of joke. Are you ready to sacrifice it all? And Le Champion's gonna celebrate.
Okay, so that's it. That's all I wanted to cover. Because I was just surprised that they did that. So we'll see if we can cover that. Friday? We try Friday, but never works out. But we'll try. So this will be a part of the video that I had before. Sadly, I couldn't do this with T-Money because I'm at home. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm staying up late, and this rolled in a notification. I was like, recommended for you. And I see that, I was like, wait, is this? Sure enough, this is the part that I missed out on. Thank you, All Elite Wrestling, on publishing this on YouTube. Uploading. Not publishing, uploading. So, I'll leave a link to this video in the descriptions down below while I'm at it. And so, this is the last part of this little addition to the Heavens Monsters podcast. All Elite Wrestling AEW edition on October 23rd. Minus the fact this actually aired on the 25th on a Friday with this extra edition info, and it just came in right now. So I wish you good night. I'm gonna head to bed early. I did a double. I got up early in the morning, so I'm gonna go to bed. I didn't even finish watching Raw. I'm gonna go to bed. If I download Raw, I'll download Raw. But so Peace out, everybody. Good night.